program formally, I now invite Reverend Fuafuaga to lead us in an opening prayer. E au pea ona mua mea I mautau tu sa e peo la lea upu, se o tātou sula lea lofa ma whawhetaia lea ngalilei o lea tua. O tini mai ai tau lau o le nefa moe moe. O lea o te wala au whaaloalo tuai lau sunga le whawhiangainga, e a Fuafuaga tolua, e Tama'Ita'ina I tātou se talo.
O le whau tūpito o le whata oto, tangata matatau le tua, e ao o na ave ma whafoi le vi inga ia te ia I so se wha moe moe mai whapena le ne yaso wa tātou poto mai mo le mawina le taunuunga fia o le poloketi sa a mata mai wha amalosia Tama'Ita'I Samoa mo se lumanai lanu mea mata. E talitonu sa a mata I le tau pula, tau mate, tau tango, tu fesili pe e ui whea, ai pe tua inia. Sa whetaiai I malu I tau whaingata, sa tau whawai ma tau si I lima. Aia le aso le nei, o whaia le ali, tātou te oli ma fia iai.
Please join me in welcoming the UNDP Resident Representative to Samoa, Ms. Paulo Dalla Stella.
Lau susunga I le tai o le sauninga Reverend Fuafuaga tolua. Palani Tinā tupui matangi to elupe, LTA board member. Distinguished representatives from the government of Samoa, Your Excellency the Ambassador of Japan, members of the diplomatic corps, UN colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. And very importantly, ai whaatalofa whaapitoa atu I le mamalu o le au whaau'u wa au tu I ai le nei asa. Tai au manuia, awhiwhio mai ma tala mai a au I lo outou paia ma le mamalu. It is my big pleasure to welcome you to the One UN House today for the graduation ceremony which marks the closing of the Women's Driving License Initiative. This forms part of the Climate Action Pathways for Island Transport Project, or CAPIT in short, funded by the Government of Japan and implemented through a partnership between the Government of Samoa and UNDP, which aims to support the decarbonization of the transport sector in the country. As Pacific Island nations stand on the front lines of climate change and its impact, Samoa continues to lead by example. Although it contributes only a tiny fraction of global greenhouse gases emissions, it has demonstrated also through this project that climate ambition must be universal. As the project is coming to an end at the end of this month, we can attest that it has promoted structural transformation through integrated support, including policy improvements, technology introductions, capacity building, and increased public awareness. It is important to note that in this integrated approach, it has also been key to address the social dimensions of mobility, including gender equality and women's empowerment. So CAPIT deliberately combined green mobility with women's empowerment. Let me give you a few examples of that. National plans, such as the Samoa Sustainable Land Use and Mobility Plan, now integrate sex disaggregated data and provides targeted recommendations to promote a more inclusive transport sector and safer mobility options. Also, for the first time, automotive students across 3 vocational schools have received training in electric vehicle maintenance, building local expertise and opening new pathways for women in a traditionally male-dominated field. In the maritime transport, both handling trainings in Manono and Namua encourage women to participate, including participants engaged in the blue economy and eager to strengthen their skills. Now, working closely with the Land Transport Authority, the project also addressed a gender gap in driving license ownership, and that is why we are here today. Over the past 2 decades, only about 1 in 4 driving licenses issued in Samoa has gone to women. Mobility is not only about movement, it's also about freedom, opportunity, and empowerment. In a survey conducted among participants in this program, 89% reported that not having a driving license had significantly limited their access to education, employment, services, and social life, and in some cases, their ability to live unsafe situations, whether in public or at home. We are therefore very proud of this partnership with the LTA under the CAPIT project. The demand for this initiative was overwhelming. When applications opened, hundreds of women applied within just 3 days, a clear evidence of how necessary these initiatives are. We also acknowledge that it wasn't always easy to sustaining participation in the program, given the many responsibilities held by the trainees. So on behalf of UNDP, I really applaud LTA, its staff and instructors, also for adopting flexible schedules and allowing receipts to ensure that as many women as possible could substantively participate in the program. So thanks to these efforts, as of today, 83 women have successfully obtained their full driving licenses today, 61 from Upolu and 22 from Savai. I'm very happy to know that our trainees receive not only their driving licenses today, but also a green mobility certificate. They completed dedicated learning on electric transport, addressing common misconceptions about safety and performance, while gaining knowledge about its environmental, health, and long-term economic benefits. I would like, therefore, to thank everyone for joining us here today to celebrate these important milestones, and I extend a special appreciation to our participants for Savai for traveling to be here with us. To all our graduates, congratulations. Malo lefai o lefaiva. We hope this achievement becomes more than a license, and it can be a gateway to new opportunities, independence, and confidence. Empowering women behind the wheel is not only a matter of equality, it is a crucial step towards a safer, more inclusive, and more sustainable transport future for Samoa. In closing, I wish to express our sincere gratitude to the Government of Japan for its generous support, to the Government of Samoa for its leadership and partnership, and to the dedicated teams at the Land Transport Authority and UNDP who worked tirelessly to make this initiative a success. Fuafuaga telelava, manuia lo tatou aso, manuia fo ile alo atu, ile fa amana tu ino le kerisimasi, ma le tau sana fo soifua.
Please put your hands together and welcome the member of the LTA Board of Directors, Fuafuaga Plan Tinā tupu matangi toi lupe.
Laususunga i le whaiwheau, whaitoanga tolua, Your Excellency Ryotaro Suzuki, Ambassador of Japan to Samoa, the Deputy Resident Representative of UNDP, Mr. Paolo Dalla Stella, the officer in charge, distinguished guests, partners, colleagues, and most importantly, the women we acknowledge today who are so far back. Talofa lava and warm greetings to you all. I speak on behalf of the LTA Board of Directors Chairman and members, especially the LTA CEO, management and staff who operationalized the LTA input in the implementation of the gender-specific components of the Climate Action Pathways for Island Transport Initiative, the Tama'Ita'I. Today we gather to finally close the women's licensing project implemented under the Tama'Ita'I initiative. And this moment marks not only the conclusion of this project, but the recognition of efforts commitment and progress achieved by many women across Upolu, Masawai left atau Umainei, who stepped forward to participate. From the outset, this project was grounded in a clear understanding that access to transport is not simply about roads or vehicles, but more specifically about access, opportunity, and equity for both men and women, with focus on women. And for many women, the ability to hold a driver's license signifies independence, safety, and better enhanced participation in their daily lives, whether it be in family, work, and or community responsibilities. The significance of having a driver's license extends beyond the legal ticket to drive a vehicle. It is an empowering and gendered admission to several opportunities. It is a recognized national identity that can be used to validate oneself in many areas of life in Samoa. And through this initiative, women were supported to undertake structured training, complete theory and practical testing, and engage in discussions around low carbon mobility. Many have successfully achieved their licenses, while others are in the final stages of completing their practical requirements. What matters is that nearly all the participants who stepped forward did so with determination and courage. On behalf of the Land Transport Authority, I wish to express our sincere appreciation to the United Nations Development Programme for their partnership and leadership in delivering this initiative, and to the government of Japan, represented today by His Excellency Ambassador Ryotaro Suzuki, for their generous support through the CAP-IT program. Your commitment has enabled real and measurable outcomes for many women in Samoa to have driver's license, and this was indeed a different approach to gender equality. I congratulate you for your support. As for the special group of women here who participated in the program, today is recognition of your efforts. Whether you are receiving your license today or continue with your final practical tests, your participation has already made an impact. You have demonstrated that when opportunity is provided, women step forward with confidence and capability to make it their own. The project has shown us what targeted, inclusive initiative can achieve within a defined time frame. It has strengthened awareness of gender equality and equity within transport and highlighted the importance of supporting women's access to licensing in a structured and supportive way. There is no end to the benefits of holding a driver's license from the gender perspective. The freedom to drive in Samoa and our neighboring Tutuila Island is empowering. I believe our driver's license is also considered internationally like in New Zealand and other places, for example. It is an opening for job opportunities in industries that require driving like transportation and tourism. The convenience of having a driver's license and the independence that comes with it, especially if you need to run away from an abusive environment and violent partners. Again, the value of driver's license as it is popularly used is a form of national identification. Ladies and gentlemen, as we close this chapter, we do so with a sense of accomplishment and gratitude to our partners, our teams, and above all the women whose commitment has given this project its true meaning. Le mamalue ma le paia o Tinā ma Tama'Ita'I. Sa awai le po kalami. Whaia sina tō mamau o te tua alela wala whaia tu pēa ia o tō. Mā le le ua ngalo lawa o tō le tau wha i langa o le aisi ia pane ma malo o whatasi. Awa au se awa noa fo ia mana au mia mo nisi Tinā ma Tama'Ita'I pei o tō. Tita waino whai tātou whaafitai. Ai leo whai titi ai lea mana ia o lo o tō mamalu. E tusai ma le nei poro keti. Sa auto ngalo duei ma le LTA. Whaamahalo no whaafitai te le lava. O tō whaalia le loto whinau, le ono sai, ma le loto te le, i le sa i leo awa noa e whaalele ai tili ai o tō lava soifuanga. Ma soifuanga i o tō ainga. Mo tātou o malava, e le whaingo fia nei whaatau mo whainga sa ili Laisene ave ta vali. Awa e whai o le sa ilinga o tō mai wha le mawhauwhau. Ai whaapea fu e o sa ile o tō anga vaa le avenga o ta vali lungo le ala. O tu lai mai, ma le amana ia tele e le komiti whaatonu le tau ma whainga whaatina ma Tama'Ita'I, sa tō ngā lulu e ma le au whainga luenga le LTA, mai ua ino o ma le tau na unga ua iei nei. Ma ua tali tono foi, a maua awa noa ai wha o ngā tatau, o se tūlanga le ai wha mapu e ai, o tātou lalolangi whaatina ma Tama'Ita'I. O le nei aso, le ngata o le whae ungo sa polo kalame, a o se wha manuenga i la au tau ma whainga, mo lo o tau sao, le atina ino o tau ainga, o nuu, e ka le sia o lotu ngai, wha apel tātou atu no upele o Samoa. Mai le ai se pāpui pui, e le ai se muta anga o le langona si itia, o na mawaina se Laisene ave ta vale. E maua lunga wha amapu enga o tātou tangata, e le nei whasi pepala i titi ma fōringa e whaatau waa. Ai o na o tō sila fia, o le Laisene ave ta vale e whaonga o se whaamaunianga o oe, o le teimi o le ata, e whaonga fo i pese pepa ATM, e whaali ai o fōringa o le lei, ma su e heisau pāanga. O lo sa o tonga te whealua ai sta avale i Samoa nei tutuila, ma sia tunu o laulangi, o lo amata tapena atu le Laisene lea. E sa ile ho isa unga luenga. Ave ta avale pe o le ave pas, o le ave loli, o le ave ta avale la titi. Ai le tau mati, aso me ni sosonia ia pani mbale malo o fatasi. Wa oi loa le tatu ave palau, male ave masini, male ave ke kapila. Ai sua heiga a wana al malo. Ai le o mai no matau whaafitai tau whaamaru losi. Tau te awai le neipor kalami. Ma tau te tari tonu, o le sao le nā le LTA mo tau soifua, ma wain tau kirisimasis manuia ma le fia. Ma whaonga e solai fo il ta avale pe a sau aina lo soifua il ainga o Tama'Ita'I. A e tia sola e se mo to lua wa ia lo ave Laisene ave ta avale e te sola e se ai. Wa o tele sa wanga nei vai taimi. Whaaftai tele mo matou awa no le LTA, whaaftai tele mo tātou ngā ruenga whai whaatasi, ia manu ia tele kirisimasi ma le tausang fō. I wish to end the LTA gender perspective by acknowledging the young ladies of the Anofale program, who I believe will provide the entertainment. The participation is for us another form and example of gender responsiveness, gender capacity building, and gender equality. So if you are.
Samoa.